가만히 보니까 Isso.
Hyperdrive offline. Multiple hull breaches detected. Proximity alert. The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space after a terrible battle. Most of its crew are dead or dying. You lie in the medical room in critical condition. You won't survive long without medical attention. The hyperdrive is damaged. Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Paragus mining station for much-needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid. Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue. This is the galaxy map. It shows you are near Paragus, a mining colony. When the hyperdrive is fixed, you can use the galaxy map to choose a destination planet.
Nunca se fizeram. Esse detonado é foda. Ah,
You will come across many containers, some of which will be locked. The computer spike you just picked up can be used at computer terminals to access functions, such as opening doors.
nossa, aleluia. Uf. Ou é 5 pessoas. É assim. Communications console.
This is the main hold. You can hear a banging noise coming from the other side of the door to this storage compartment, but the door is sealed shut. It cannot be opened from the outside. Sometimes bashing or blowing open a container will break some of the items in the container, but you can use even broken items. They can be turned into useful components at a workbench.
Mais bem.
This old woman appears to be dead. There is a key card on the body that looks like it opens a locker somewhere. This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. You can hear a banging noise coming from the other side of the door to the storage compartment. The door is still shut. It cannot be opened from the outside. This lift will take you to the outer hull of the Ebon Hawk, where you will find many parts and lines to use for accessing and repairing the hyperdrive. Use the lift controls to go up. This is the medical room. The med pack can stabilize your condition. Success! You are stabilized. To recover fully, you will require the medical facilities at the Paragus mining station. But you are not in any danger of dying from your wounds right now. This is the engine room. This door is damaged and cannot be opened for security. This is the engine room. This is the garage. There is a hole in the area beyond this door. Protocol restricted from opening manually. This is the cargo hold. Sensor droids emerged from this box when you opened it. These droids will make for excellent target practice. Use the weapon from this container to attack the droids. Sensor droids. Continue combat training. Open the metal box again, and more sensor droids will appear. The lock on this container is too difficult to open. You'll need to use a security tunneler to help open the lock. Look in the unlocked cylinder next to this one to find security tunnelers. If you encounter a difficult lock on a container or door, you can use a security tunneler on it to improve your chance of opening the lock. Use the security tunneler to open the high security cylinder nearby. Note that some responses may influence how other characters react to you, so choose carefully. Furthermore, certain skills, powers, and attributes may modify what choices you have, or how successful you are with those choices. Malfunctioning. You can fix him by using a part. Luckily, you have already found one. If you repair 3CFD, he can join your party and assist you in repairing the ship. Success! You have fixed 3CFD. Now he will join your party. this lift to take you to the outside of the Ebon Hawk. Don't forget to explore the other side of the Ebon Hawk. This is the starboard side of the Ebon Hawk. This open hatch has some parts that will be useful for getting main power restored. These exposed wires control the door to the starboard dormitory. The door is currently sealed, but you can override it from here. Success! The door is opened. You can now access the starboard dormitory through the garage. This is the port. The bubbles ahead indicate mines that you've detected automatically with your awareness skill. Some mines require higher awareness to detect. Approach mines carefully. They will blow up and damage you if you get too close. You can use your demolition skill to either disable or recover these mines. Recovering mines requires a higher demolition skill than disabling them, but you get to keep the mine, which you can then use to set as a trap for enemies or break down into components at a workbench. Explosive device as missile to blow open the entry room door inside the Ebon Hawk. This will give you access to the hyperdrive. After you plant a mine, back away quickly so that you do not get hit. This is one of the Ebon Hawk's quad laser turrets. They are damaged, but you can scavenge some parts from it to use in repairing the Ebon Hawk. Explosive device as missile to blow open the entry room door inside the Ebon Hawk. This will give you access to the hyperdrive. After you plant a mine, this is the starboard side of the Ebon Hawk. This busted engine port has some needed parts for the Ebon Hawk's hyperdrive. Take the parts here back down below to get main power restored.
Esqueceram, né?
This is the port side of the Ebon Hawk.
The garage.
You can use this lift to take you back inside the Ebon Hawk.
Olha só.
This is the main hole.
Não sei dessa moça. Vamos ver. Passar por aqui. Ah, achou. Achou. Ah não, tem que enviar drive primeiro.
This is the garage. This is a workbench. With a workbench, you can break down objects in your inventory into components. You can then use the components to create repair kits, weapons, armor, and upgrades. Because of the damage to the Ebon Hawk, this workbench has limited functionality. You can still use it to create a repair kit, which you can use to repair yourself. Use the workbench to break down the items you've found into components. Then use the components to create a repair kit. These sparking wires connect to the trigger mechanism for the inner and outer garage doors. You can open and close the doors from here. You can't open the outer garage door without depressurizing the rest of the Ebon Hawk. First, you will need to... Do you want to... When the Ebon Hawk has landed, this is where you will go to exit the ship. This blast door is magnetic. This is the garage. starboard dormitory. Found a droid flamethrower. This is one of the special weapons that droids can use. To equip it, open the equip screen by clicking on the blaster icon in the top right area of the screen or pressing Q. When the Ebonhawk has landed, this is where you will go to exit the ship. This is the garage.
This is the garage. Aha. Aha.
This is the main hold. The store is damaged and cannot be opened with your security skill or by mashing it. You can use a mine to open this door. Once you plant the mine, back away from the door to avoid taking damage. This is the utility room. This is the engine room. The starboard engine is badly damaged. Fixing it won't be possible until after docking with the Paragus mining station.
Paragus mining station.
The port engine is shut down, but appears intact. Fixing the hyperdrive will allow you to restore power to the port engine and bring primary power online.
E aqui então,
The
Hyperdrive.
hyperdrive is suffering badly. You won't be able to make the jump to light speed until it is fully repaired, and you do not have the needed equipment here on the Ebonhawk.
Never.
However, you should be able to rig the hyperdrive to restore primary power and bring the port engine online. This will allow you to dock with the Paragus mining station for full repairs. Success! The hyperdrive is online. Primary power is restored. Only one step remains. Return to the galaxy map in the cockpit and travel to Paragus.
É agora, hein? Agora o game começa. E Galaxy
This
Pass.
is the main hold. This is the cockpit.
Acho que não tem mais nada, né? Pronto. Vou ver aqui.
The sensors show the door to the storage compartment is being sliced. There is someone or something else alive on the Ebon Hawk.
Ixi, o droid assassino. Awaken. Heed my call. The Jedi is here. Agora sim, ó. A exilada. Impossible. Não é maromba, ó. Tem nada. Lab Station. Chemicals.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the coltal tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
You're prepared to? Okay.
Could be a Jedi. But we won't know for
Sim,
sure
I
until we
am
get the
a
transmission
Jedi.
back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially Corta, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the colto tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance.
but we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Tilo shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Não tem. Morta. Será que não? Olé. Ah,
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead?
your voice.
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things. I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened? Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt. Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down. So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Ah. Oxe. Hum.
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Hum.
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed. Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived. You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impression.
Hum.
I do not know. Why did they spare you? Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious. And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy. I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
E aí, vocês acham que ela é uma Jedi ou Sith, essa velha meditando aí? Bom, vamos lá. Vamos lá, vamos lá. Que arma. Um Jedi usando uma tocha de plasma. Ah, tá. Ela guarda a arma. É meio ridículo, né? Ficar segurando a arma o tempo todo. Mas eu vou deixar ela.
Emergency lockdown overridden.
Rival Blade.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed to contain the explosion.
Ah, tem que dar a volta. Hum. Tá, ó. E. Não. Dali, então é a K. Oh meu Deus, oh meu Deus. Tá bom. Droid infested, administration level. Sim, já voltamos com os droids, vamos salvar, né? Desculpe, gente, tem que salvar sempre esse jogo. Tem muitas coisas. Ah, sim, eu tô recuperando a vida.
In my visions, it was open.
Ah, ela tá meditando pra monitorar a situação. Ah, não perdi nada. Não tem nada. Nada, de nada, com nada. Ah, tem que vir aqui, né?
Is this thing on? All right, all hands, especially you, Corder. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle
Juma
a
heads.
blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
É.
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge, it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just
Jedi é a
Corder and his
protagonista,
miners,
viu,
or
gente?
the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility is going to be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives. So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I can just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Idiot.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Corda or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped. I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, The belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Hmm. Alright. La la la dee.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives. Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see. And instead,
Oh meu
reach
Deus,
out
para
with
de
your
mexer.
perceptions. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy
Opa!
echoing outwards.
Pregou o Início. Pregou a ignição. Stone Droid.
Ah, you hear it. It is faint, but it is there. It is the Force, you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget. Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
Eu não acho tão importante isso, mas... 120 segundos. Energia resistência. Pronto.
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read. But you have nothing to fear from this one, and he might yet prove useful.
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, psh, dun, dun, dun, psh, psh, psh.
So, I guess we'll see what happens. Gabriel, thank you so much for the first super chat of the night. Big up, shout out to the super chat. Thank you, Gabriel, for the first support of the night. Any support tonight, greatly appreciated, everybody. You know the deal. Super chat, memberships, needs it. Appreciate it. And, yes, anything is great. And I'll shout you out. Reach out to you. Nope, not playing Outlast Trials. Doesn't look very good. You know, it looks like Trials was made to be like this co-op style game, which I'm not into. So I'm just, plus Outlast 2 sucked. And I've heard absolutely nothing about Outlast Trials to make me feel like it's going to be a good game. Maybe I'm wrong. So if you guys play it or you hear about it and you say, oh, it's really good, you feel should check it out, maybe I would consider it. But basically, I just, from what my vibe I'm getting is that they took it in a completely different direction than the first game, which was the best one. So I don't know why they would do that. I'm not really interested in them making it a co-op survival game. So take part in the next part for tonight. It's really good stuff so far. I'm really enjoying Yokohama. And thanks for chilling and watching. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, I have to use the restroom. Bear with me. I'm just going to run through Zelda in like a few minutes.
Sei lá, né?
Thank you all for being a great audience. I hope that you'll stick around, and I hope that you will consider supporting the stream tonight. All right, I'll be right back.
Porta selada.
Dab and Daniel is saying if you have YouTube Plus subscription or YouTube Premium subscription, they're now allowing you to get a free sub to a channel. Is that true?
Ah,
If you have a YouTube Premium subscription, you now get a free membership, which is exactly the same as what they do on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime. Did they just, that's awesome if that's the case. I gotta start telling everyone about this. Because that's a huge thing people have wanted for many, many, many years. And YouTube Premium is great. That's right. Just careful with that. All right.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniforms while I've been in here?
Did that on purpose.
Well, he's clearly feeling it. I said we back him up.
Atten.
Give it all you
Atten Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Oh God, he's terrible. Oh.
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
Terrible. Oh my God, it's so bad. Oh God, it's so bad.
Hey, you mean you didn't come here on purpose? I'm shocked. I really am. This slice of paradise is the Paragus mining facility. The only supplier of shipping-grade engine fuel to this corner of the galaxy. Paragus fuel plays havoc with engines, but it gets the job done. As long as you don't mind the toxic byproducts and trying to mine it without blowing yourself up. Yeah, this asteroid belt is one giant minefield. One proton torpedo, even a stray blaster shot, can start an explosion that'll make the one that shattered Paragus 2 look like a kid's pop detonator. You know the planet with the exposed core you saw flying in? That hole was caused by the first mining station that tried to siphon fuel off the planet. Blew a whole chunk out of the planet and set it drifting out here in a big clump of fuel-cooled asteroids. So the miners drill the asteroids now, not the planet's surface. That's why they don't allow blasters here. You can't trust a miner jumped up on Juma Juice not to fire one stray shot that'll turn the entire colony into a thermal detonator. You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting. Then there was some big explosion. I was sitting here for a long time. Then you showed up in your underwear and things got a lot better. Don't know much about it. Maybe the exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high. The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
Hanging out with me. I hope that you guys had a good time. All right. Until next time. Thank you so very much. See you then.
Yeah, Revan, Malik, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
So I hope that you guys enjoyed the week. I certainly did. And I hope we will all have a good day tomorrow. Remember, I will not be here tomorrow.
Well, I wasn't there. But like all Sith, Revan and Malik turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
Running around all over the place. I come back on Friday, it's going to be a chill level 1 podcast, recapping my day off, plus, of course, not about any game news or anything going on. And then it's going to be the continuation of Final Fantasy VII.
I guess.
On that
There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malik back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know, women.
And Friday night fights, the first ever purple ranked session.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman.
Hopefully, get some wins and keep staying purple in advance. I hope eventually blue, but I think that's going to take a really long
Look,
time to do.
not like your half-naked interrogation isn't a personal fantasy of mine, but... Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
So come back Saturday night and let's see the continuation, okay? Cool. Alright. You guys
The miners can't
right.
all be
Yes,
gone.
of course, Gamer.
But if they are... Look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
On Sunday, which means starting this coming Sunday, all my streams will start 1 hour earlier because we spring ahead an hour in the spring. Okay, so just for warning you, I don't want you guys to be late for the streams on Sunday. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so very much. Please have a good evening. Please have a safe Thursday, and I hope to see you all on Friday when I get back. All right. Peace out, and see you later. Bye bye.
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down this self-security field, and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship, and then we fly out of here. Huh? What are you talking about? Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console. All right, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure Bazak. Console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown, and hey!
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. I'm going to try my best to present both sides of this situation between the ongoing drama saga with Rich from Review Tech USA and JKB J Hoof. The editor of Rich from
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
A dispute. And that's where we found
Now,
ourselves.
someone tried to lock down this whole level tight. Leave us here. Trapped.
Things and everything was hunky-dory. They were just going to go their separate ways without any more problems. And no one thought any
I doubt it.
of it. That
All
was
we
the
have is
situation.
communications back.
Until
For all the good
things
trying to shout in a
started
vacuum will do us.
yesterday and just started the whole thing up again. Hit that subscribe
We
button,
can
like
try.
and check out
If the miners were trying to trap you up here and probably kill you, why not call them and chat? I don't think a friendly call is going to wake them up.
In this video, couple things, full disclosure, I want to get out there as
Be
far
my
as
guest.
my personal
Not much else we can
biases
do.
for this
The
video.
comms all yours.
JKDJ Hoof is someone who I've kind of, I always look at him as, there's something off. I don't know what it is, and I can't put my finger on it.
Dragged the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical, and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers. Questioned the protocol droid about what happened. And his master, survivor, I guess, was on the Republic ship, the Harmony. It suffered an incident. He said the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. So that's gonna be true.
And he was actually one of the people that got me thinking along the lines of, okay, maybe Tommy Talrico isn't as nice as he's cracked up to be. Maybe he is quite a liar, and he kind of opened my eyes to that in his own special way. And Rich is also the guy
Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything matches the protocol droid story. The T3 droid had seized up, so he left it in storage in standby mode. Don't know what code will access it. It could be its voice activated for all we know. We put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition systems. And to shut him up. When the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off his station before there's a...
In a weird way, I kind of thank him for that, even though he was a complete asshole to me.
Trouble between the work shifts. Word of the Jedi leaked out and the miners aren't sure what to do with it. Quartus mining crew wanted us to collect the crest for the bounty the exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi. Nobody will. No word from the Republic. But I've sent out a broadcom transmission for records on this Ebon Hawk. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser. Those blasts in the ventilation tunnels nearly caused the whole facility to blow.
The victim, in my opinion, doing it very well, by the way, and making people really feel for him in the situation that Rich
Found
put him
anything?
in. And from that video, I said that they had resolved their differences and moved along and everything was hunky-dory. And that's where we found ourselves now. Until these tweets came out last night, and I was just like, here we go again. I want to say that yesterday, Rich sent me a bunch of really terrible audio messages that made it clear how he feels. I am done. I can't deal with the nonsense anymore. I've been worried how this would look for him. I didn't want to have to say anything again, but I am done trying to help him. So, again, I read this and right off the bat I'm like, okay, wow. Rich is really doubling down here after everything was in the past and these guys moved on. What a dick Rich is. You know, like, that's the obvious initial first reaction to it. So I was going through that mentality. I felt bad for Jay. I was like, man, this Rich guy, he just doesn't know when to let up. And then Jay continues, I won't play or leak the audio. You can ask Rich to play them fully on his show. I'm done. Which is like, wow. Jay is literally telling Rich to share DMs because they're so bad that if Rich shares them, they're going to expose his ass to everyone for being an asshole. And that being the case, it made me feel like Jay was 100% in the right here, and Rich was just being the normal dick Rich he is. You know, that's how I felt about this going into it. So I reached out to Rich this morning, and I was like, dude, this doesn't look good. Like, I saw these tweets from Jay, I saw you guys resolve the situation, and now he's throwing you under the bus again. What the hell, man? Like, can you give me something to, like, at least give your side of this? To which Rich replied to me saying, in a way, he did me a favor last night. I was shocked when he posted that message on Twitter and was ignoring, mostly, people trolling about it in the chat. But when I saw his post, there was no way I was letting this I'm a monster narrative slide. So I gave the receipts, which were audio clips of me. I did not leak DMs. I thought people were trolling me when they said he posted something about our private convo. They weren't. I said my piece, and a good chunk of people raised an eyebrow at Jay because what I said in private voice messages didn't fit the narrative of what he put out there. So in a way, I felt vindicated. It's over. I'm going to move on and not dwell on this. And I know people are going to look at that and be like, look at Smash share DMs. But full disclosure, before I sent this message to Rich, he knew whatever he said to me, I was going to share with you guys. Which is why he prefaced it saying, I will say this, and then shared that message. And that's the only time I ever feel comfortable sharing a DM. Or in the situation of what happened here, someone else tells me, yeah, share your DMs. Authority, you can share my DMs. Make yourself look better, like what Jay did. And I'm really glad I reached out to Rich because if I made this video without doing that, I would have fully been on Jay's side with all of this, being like, holy crap! Rich is not only just a moron and an idiot, just such a dumb YouTuber, but he's such an asshole he can't get out of his own way. But when I reached out to Rich, he gave his perspective as a side of things, and I was like, okay, fair, we all have our standpoints, And I watched some of it, and I saw the DMs, and I listened to everything, and holy crap, this makes Jay look awful. You know what, Ben? Jay?
What's funny is, to formulate my thoughts here, because I've been thinking about it for a while. All the goodwill, all the things that I did, if I didn't ask me, gave me extra money, gave me different things, like say if I had an extra whatever. Even you could go into the computer. If you really want to go into it, I may have brought this up before. I think I did. Okay, I gave it to you for work, but things changed. It's not for. Do you realize how much damage you not getting the $500 when you've gotten so much extra for me throughout the years? And when there were a couple times I wanted to break ties because it was the only way I could just do this, came back to me with much longer
Carro
monthly
não.
that's on you. But you stayed with me for almost 6 years, dude. 6 years.
Jay, you know something? What are you gonna say now? Shows a lot of character. Take Jay, put it. The other stuff that was said. Jay, that was nowhere except between you and I. So that was the terrible voice message, the DM that Rich left Jay. I listened to that and it was like,
Terrible, terrible.
If you work with Rich, you know that's how he is, but I mean, that's Rich's personality. You worked with him for what, 6+ years, Jay? Like, you know him. So saying the terrible DMs he sent you is quite a bit misleading. Spy Mentor said to Jay in reply, those messages weren't that bad. And Jay Hoop replied, just a little toxic, not much, a little, haha. It's like Jay is admitting that he knows the messages weren't that bad. But Rich continued and shared even more of them.
Because of the meeting with the Sith and all the other shit.
No, I won't. You know what? I won't. Even if I have the message here from Jay saying it, I won't. Because then that puts me on his level.
How many coins were you? I told you.
But I don't.
You know what? I was just talking to my dad before midnight, too. And you know the other thing that bothered me for a long time is there's a lot of days, Jay, that we were doing nothing. And I said to you, hey, Jay, I don't need those shirts. Get a couple shirts. And you remember you said that, yeah, they don't really do anything, so what the fuck is the point? I'm like, okay, I guess we're not doing shirts. And you said this, hey, Jay, why don't you do clips from the streams? We don't have anything to do. And you said, that is insane. I'd rather quit than do clips. It is something we weren't interested in doing it. So you know what? If you don't want to do shorts, and you don't want to do clips, then what this stuff that you are doing, I can do. Because here's the thing, Jay. You have to do clips now. You have to do shorts. I won't be able to do them as many of my own. No, but I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna do one for the computer tomorrow. Because it's like that was the stuff that drove me nuts too. And I know I talked to you about it. Like, it was all the free time that we had. Why wouldn't you do those things? Because asked a couple times, you weren't interested. You weren't.
On the scenes, oh look, he blocked me in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in his defense, was very angry, as I would do. Like, with situations like this, I try to put myself in the position of the person dealing with the situation. So initially, my headset was, I was Jay. I was mentally dealing with terrible DMs, and this is a stressful world that I'm dealing with. And Rich is an awful boss, who didn't pay me. He lied about this. He's a mean person. He's a terrible human being. All these awful things. That was my mentality going into it being Jay. And then I shifted over to
İşte nerede kıyafetimiz? Ha?
I guess you could, at the end of the day,
Tabii.
boil it down to saying he's a disgruntled employee.
Oğlum temel
But he
nerede?
set about me to tear me down in front of 1 million+ subscribers. This guy was trying everything he could to suck subscribers and attention away from me, make me look terrible, destroy my channel, and grow his own brand. And at the end of the day, that's what I got out of this. And it's gross, if that is the case. And ultimately, that's what all signs are pointing to. And I hate to say that because I'm sure in Jay's head, in his mentality, he does feel like an abused worker. And he does feel like he was wronged by Rich. But doing how he's gone about it, playing victim to perfection, I might add. This is like one of the best victim complexes I've seen in years, maybe my lifetime. How Jay is able to swing a narrative to make Rich look like this awful human being just to pretty mean things to which honestly, not too if someone did this to me, I'd be pretty pissed off too. If I knew they were personally attacking me to destroy my brand, to grow their own, and if that's how I felt that they were doing and wronging me, hell yeah, I would take some shots. I'd fight back, which is exactly what Rich did.
When there were times where I wanted to separate ways, he would come back to stay on. And you would make something private? Fuck you. You were garbage, and then you name yourself Review Tech Canada, which is not jealousy. But think about this. Think about this. That was kind of the end of things too. I'm like, imagine you had like, I'm not you're remotely relevant as him. But imagine someone just said, an editor just said, hey, I'm going to make Linus Tech Tips yours. They didn't ask. Then when you ask them to do work, I rather quit than not do it.
So that's where we're left with the information that we have out there. And it will remain to be seen how Jay handles this moving forward. And I think Rich might be onto something with what's happening here. I hate to just be so one-sided with Rich on this, but ultimately, with all the cards on the table, seeing everyone's hands and what's happening here, it looks to me like Jay is trying to create his own brand and do everything possible to garner support, grow his brand, get people to go to watch his live streams, go to watch his videos, donate money to him, and leave Rich in the dirt. One, because he doesn't like Rich anymore, so he doesn't care about him. Two, to grow his own brand for his own benefit. It makes sense.
So anyways, thank you guys. I mean, again, I don't expect 800 or 900 people to be here every fucking day I stream, okay? I expect like 400 after this, right?
Could Rich handle it better? Obviously. Like, that goes without saying. But this doesn't mean that Jay is, like, completely innocent either. Both share a great amount of blame in that's why it makes it so intriguing from the outside looking in. Like, we've all been the employee. Not all of us have been the employer, like Rich. So I think a lot of people relate to Jay a lot better. We all hate our managers and our bosses and our companies. They're all so mean to us. We gotta fight the man. We gotta get back at them. I think there's a lot of people that see Jay as the person that's been attacked by corporate America, because that's what happened with him and Rich from his perspective. And from that light, he's using that to garner support on his channel. And more power to him. But like Rich said, this is only going to take you so far. And then you need talent to take you further. And I'm not saying Jay doesn't have it, but now he needs to prove it. Like, this is on full display now. People are going to be watching you, wondering what you got. How interesting are you? Because there are complete abject failures on YouTube that get far more views than I do, than you do, than a lot of YouTubers out there, because they're so damn good at making their videos. And some people might laugh at it the whole time, some people might hate them the whole time, but either way, you're watching it. And ultimately, for YouTube, for some people, that's all they care about anyways. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. That's the information we have so far. If this takes another turn, which I feel like eventually it will. It doesn't feel like this is over yet, even though Jay's live blocked Rich on his live stream on Twitter last night. I mean, Rich, you still have me blocked on Facebook, by the way. Like, I get it. Like, people block people because they don't want to deal with situations, and I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's not over with these guys. This is going to continue, because once Jay realizes his channel isn't growing like he thought it would, he might go back to this well again. And hey, might work out for him. I'm going to leave it there. Again, check out SmashJT.com for my full article, thoughts, breakdown, and information, resources, and references. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
A lot of cargo from the Jedi's freighter is being stored in the secure cargo hold until we can pass it through the quarantine checks. And as requested, all the programming spikes the security officers wanted confiscated have been stored there as well, to prevent further system compromises. The secure cargo hold should be safe enough. If anybody wants to break into it, they'd have to blow it open with explosives.
Okay? You did things. Now it's all out there. Let's go.
Who ordered the mining droids to repair that Jedi's freighter? I come in here off the work shift and 3 of them are repairing the port stabilizers? Can I miss something? Is somebody planning a trip? Because orders were that the hangar was to be locked down ever since that Jedi arrived. I don't know what maintenance is up to, but you can't just commission droids for repairs, especially with half the work shifts at medbay. Those droids are needed to repair the ventilation tunnels before gas builds up to terminal levels. It's not like that ship can go anywhere anyway. Even if it had the asteroid orbital drift charts, the Navicomputer's been voice-locked. You'd need the access code to get it spaceworthy. Considering this latest droid commission breach, I'm putting the droids in this section under the control of the current dock officer. If anyone sends commands to the mining droids outside this terminal, I'll be forced to enact full override. Looks like those droids got the vessel working again, even with all the damage it had taken. The maintenance officer still won't admit ordering them to fix it, though. Regardless, still no luck accessing the Navicomputer. It's been voice-locked. Maybe by one of the corpses we found on the ship, like the old woman. If so, that ship isn't going anywhere, unless we rip out the Navicomputer and put in a new one. If we even had one to spare. The only reason someone would lock their Navicomputer is to hide their astrogation charts. Someone didn't want us to know where that ship was going, or where it had been. Only smugglers do that, or someone with something to hide. That Jedi's got a lot of questions to answer. Looks like those droids got the vessel working again. Regardless, still no... If so, that ship isn't going... The only reason...
Bora, vamos lá. O que temos com essa com esse cara? Duas mãos. Essa pose aqui de cara do mal, né? Esse cara do mal que faz a mãozinha assim. Temos duas mãos dessa. Ela é preta com detalhes de cinza, como se tivesse desgastado no metal. Fechadas. Textura. E esse das costas, né? Deixar por aqui embaixo, apesar de não ter, cara, não é impressionante os detalhes, né? Zero. Se olhar aqui, ó, a parte da porta, você vê essa base enferrujada. É plástico, isso é plástico. E esse tom de você vê alguns. Inclusive, os melhores que eu queria ter são que eu queria um instrutor e um esqueleto. Guardar que tá aqui. Minha coleção, isso faz tempo que eu quero pegar um Megatron na coleção, qualquer um que fosse. Mas esse Megatron conseguiu o dobro, né? Com a moto. Eu falei que era outro que estava na minha lista. Esse ano, um ano de grandes pretensões para mim. A coleção. Mas o que eu quero muito mesmo é o Butch. Cão Butch. Incrível. Na verdade, pra gente, pra mim, talvez é o eu quero muito esse cara da minha linha, porque é um que eu tive na infância. As retas pareciam. Tá, e voltando, o Megatron, como eu disse, eu não tenho o que dizer, cara. Visualmente, não tenho o que dizer. Como ele não se transforma, elas puderam colocar muito mais detalhe, porque não tem essa preocupação. Isso. Não tem isso. Uma figura muito detalhada, uma figura muito boa, simples, Decepticons ali em cima. Os outros dele, cara, tá muito foda. Imagina se acendesse esses olhos assim, cara, a cereja em cima do bolo. Mas não tem realmente o que dizer desse cara. Ó, aqui a parte vermelha simulando desgaste de metal. Aqui, partes quase que enferrujadas. Olha isso, cara. Pesado, cara. Não sei se tem algum tipo de diecast no meio dentro, entre alguma peça.
Relaxa.
Mas sinceramente essa linha
Relaxa.
tanto é algo muito fantástico, impressionante pelo tamanho que ele tem. Visualmente é uma figura 10. 10. Não tenho o que falar dela. E a articulação, cara, pra mim também chega a ser mais impressionante do que o visual. Vou mostrar pra vocês. Cabeça, bate pra cima, gira, pula. Daqui, lança, vai até aqui. O movimento lá em cima. O ombreiro dele. Colocando ali, ele possa abrir o ombro. Cara, muita engenharia. Gira aqui, ó. Se dá aqui e se dá aqui. Essa bolinha. Ativação do cotovelo.
Tadinho.
É uma bolinha. Tem esse joguinho aqui do giro. Pronto.
So, how long have you been a Jedi? Must be tough, you know. No family, no husband.
Olha como vai bem, mais que muita figura humana, digamos assim. Giro. A cintura, aqui na parte de cima tem um leve giro também. Esse giro mesmo se dá na cintura dele. Pernas, daqui pra baixo não tinha mexido. A gente vai ver o que acontece na perna desse cara. abre, ó, você vai vendo que vai tudo se adaptando aqui na cintura. Essa abertura de perna, cara, é total. Total. Que foda, cara. Que figura maresca, cara.
All right, all right. Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder came through. If he got the turbo lifts working, then we should have a clear run to the hangar.
Parece até ser frágil, então vocês têm um pouco de cuidado. Perna pra frente, mesma coisa. Você jogar pra frente, quem vai subir.
Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. Are you? That explosion I heard came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast tunnels. You'd be an idiot to go down there. You're either really brave or really crazy. Or both. Alright, I'll try to monitor things from up here. And be careful. The only thing moving down there is likely to be mining droids, so don't be playing hero too hard. Not that I care what happens to you or anything. I just don't want to be trying to get off this rock by myself. I'll keep the comm link open. I may be able to guide you through the tunnels from up here. Don't know if the signal will hold if you get too deep, though.
Com certa facilidade se você passasse ali um pouco do limite da articulação dele. Mas pelo tamanhozinho dele ali. Tá aí, eu vou botar ele de novo. A gente finaliza hoje. Vou parar ele com o jogo pisadinha. Estrada e tal. Finalizando isso aí. Mas tá aí. Vocês têm uma ideia, né, de tamanho. Megatron, ó, até um pouquinho mais alto do que eu tinha falado. Você tem 19 ponto alguma coisa, até a pontinha aqui do Caio. E 18 ponto alguma coisinha na cabeça.
Ok, né?
Aí isso é 18 também, quase que regula a altura do Megatron.
Ok.
O menorzinho, uma papota, com seus 12 centímetros. Ali, também. Só pra vocês terem uma ideia de como escala aí por outros preços, tá? É isso, molecada. Se vocês tenham gostado, um review achei bem bacana, figura, achei muito foda. Bom domingo de papo pra todos. Nossa, eu fico por aqui, fiquem com Deus, até a próxima.
Versão de 10º aniversário foi os V4 Recolo. 15º aniversário foi os Deuses Recolo 1.0, Hades, Athena e Poseidon. Teve também o item novo, né, que foi o Ceia Vecil. E agora no 20º aniversário eles lançaram os Recolos do V1. Cara, pra mim, eu sei que é só um Recolo, mas pra mim foi os melhores Recolos que a Bandai poderia oferecer. Pra mim é um item excelente de combinação. Agora vamos ver se tá bom esse item, né? Bom, eu vou ver essa cara aqui. Eu quero dizer, já é aniversário. Aqui tá o nome da Tamashi Web, tá com um item limitado, mesmo que ele quiser pegar, tá? Ele pode ficar imensamente caro, até porque ele carece rápido. Tá? Então é um item limitado. Beleza? Vamos ver aqui na caixa prata. Item Tamashi Web, item limitado, item de feira, sempre vem na caixa prata, tá? Padrão aí para poder mexer mais livre, mexer mais adaptado, sempre uma caixa mais limitado, mais sensacional aqui na Cia e já aí aqui um destaque do seio, tá? Tá espetacular.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbo lifts have been sealed to contain the explosions.
interference down there, probably caused by that explosion. Still, it looks like there's a route down to the Paragas fuel depot. If the passages haven't collapsed, that explosion knocked out most of the sensors. There should be an emergency crate in the next room. Watch yourself. There's a lot of droid broadcasts in that area, but I can't pin them down.
Tá? E é a mesma coisa, não liga pra essa perna não, essa perna tá customizada, assim,
Will do. And be careful down there. Find the emergency supplies? Damn it. I mean, good to hear it. No sense in you running around half naked. It's distracting. I mean, for the droids. But there may be some survey gear and a safety harness inside the crate, too. The miners wear them when staking claims on the asteroids. The survey gear is designed to spot and protect you against sonic mines. And the safety harness can be helpful if you try to disarm them. Yeah, it's like a military-issue energy shield, except it's designed to protect the miners against lasers and heat. Should work against the droid mining lasers. It won't last forever, and certainly not against multiple laser hits. But it may buy you some time if you get ambushed by a battalion of droids. Just equip it on your wrist, and then you can activate it like a med pack. Again, it won't last forever, so make it count. Just one more thing. I've narrowed down some of the ID signals, and if the numbers are right, you're sharing those tunnels with a battalion of mining droids. You could, if you have the skill in a stealth field generator. These droids rely on thermal sensors, primarily to detect fuel deposits. The good thing is, that explosion down there kicked up so much heat and steam it may blind them. A bit, but not much. Well, these are construction models. They shoot like a moisture farmer militia. Since they rely on ranged weapons, get in close with a melee weapon and start bashing. In close combat, the guy with the vibro blade has the edge over the guy with the rifle, droid or not. Otherwise, just drill them from a distance. If they're not shielded, that is. Yeah, it's possible some of the droid models may have mining shields on. If so, the shields may absorb laser fire. You can usually tell when a shield is active. It'll make an electrical field around the target. If they activate a shield, the best thing you can do is hit them with a melee weapon or try to burn out the shield with continual fire. But that could take a while, and it leaves you a target. You could, if you have the skill in a stealth field generator. These droids rely on thermal sensors. The good thing is... There's gotta be some central controller down there. See if you can find a terminal by the main access shaft. That'd be governing intelligence.
Cara, é estranho, parece até um mar. Olha, tá vendo esse serviço aqui? Parece um mar. É estranho, tá? Sei lá, cara, não é o que eu esperava. Na parte de plástico, né, não parece isso, tá vendo? É mais uniforme, tá? Agora, nas peças de metal, tem parece que a tinta vai, sei lá, correndo, não sei, diferente. Já precisa ter as partes de metal, tá? Bem diferente. E aí, eu vou ver aqui a parte da madeira que tem metal de plástico. Você vê que
Finalmente.
fica tão diferente, tá? Ele é bem homogêneo. Dá uma cor mais homogênea, sei lá, praticamente mapa. Porque, cara, sinceramente não tá feio, né? Tá, aí, simples, as cores também tá diferente, tá? Diferente. Isso, já, vamos
Watch where you step. I'm picking up a lot of sonic mines down there. Don't run unless you have to. Makes them harder to spot. If you have any skill with demolitions, you might be able to recover them and use them against the droids. That is, if the mines don't get you first. If you have survey gear or a safety harness, put them on. They'll make spotting and disarming the sonic charges a little easier.
Mais fácil, não tem diferença nenhuma da versão revised, tá? Ser bem preciso. Da versão está um pouquinho mais clara.
Those mining droids, especially the excavator models, are designed to arm and set sonic charges for mining. Chances are, if they still had charges after they went rogue, then they may have set them to try and kill the miners. And you. If you see one of those excavators, watch out. They may use their undeployed charges as projectiles.
Acelerado, tá? Tá? A gente vai ver nas peças. Começar aqui com o protetor de coxa. Ó, vai tá, a coisa tá boa. Tá? Tá com óleo aqui. Beleza? A canela a gente já abriu. Parece um mármore. Olha os joelhos aqui, tem alguns detalhes, tá vendo? Mais falha na pintura. timing excelente. Tem que ser. Agora que eu vi, mas eu não tá é uma tinta amarela. Nossa. Logo temporal. Acabar com a alegria do macho, né? Ó, cinturão. Tem alguns detalhes aqui, ó. Respingo de tinta vermelha aqui. Tá? Acho que ele tá na parte mental. Sei lá. Diferente. A outra tá mais parecida. Ora, mas... Ele tá mais parecido. É diferente a coloração, ó. Nossa. Entra aí, galera. Entra aí. Entra aí, galera. Diferente essa cor. Mas tá uma cor bem forte, sabe? Quero que eu diga isso assim.
Acho melhor continuar lá não. É isso.
Ainda assim tá bonito. Parece mais fosco do que eu esperava. Tá? Tá mais fosco do que eu esperava, né? Bom, o modelo, né, a gente já conhece. É da versão de baixo. Agora eu vou
Hey, watch out. That explosion has superheated the tunnels ahead. That steam will cook the skin off your bones. If you can find a mining energy shield, switch it on. It should protect you against the heat if you move quickly enough.
Mas...
You're getting close to something big. I think it's the main ventilation shaft. If so, the central droid controller should be somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out for it. I'm picking up a lot of droids. If you still have a mining energy shield, I'd equip it and switch it on.
Ainda mais para quem acha que a cor do anime, da armadura do anime é branca, né? Aí é um prato cheio mesmo. Essa galera vai ficar feliz demais com essa versão aqui, tá?
Sensor? Must be maintenance drones. Watch out. Those little pests will try to repair the mining droids if you don't gun them down first. Still, it's odd they're still active after the explosion. They don't have the same shielding as the mining droids. Be careful of those droids. I don't like this.
20º aniversário, sem a martelo, oficial, versão EX. Tem uns 4 possibilidades aí. Óbvio que a versão que vai pela casa com a primeira versão. Tá? Tem muita diferença. De vez em quando, esses três aqui. Renan, qual que você acha melhor? Qual que você, o que você prefere? Então, galera, se você conseguir das 3 coleções, cara, você vai estar bem servido. Tá? O ideal não é misturar. Eu, por exemplo, Renan, tenho um 7 da GT. Cara, eu não trocaria pelo 20º aniversário. Eu não trocaria. Graças à parceria com o Gregório, né, que eu vou indicar ele aqui no final do vídeo, pra você comprar esse item aqui, graças a ele eu vou conseguir ficar no 20º aniversário também. E aí, mas aí eu vou continuar sendo meu da GT. Eu compro outro 7, mas eu compro espaço da GT. Cara, entre o GT.
Everybody here? What's up, Corda? We're supposed to be sinking fuel siphons into the 3218 asteroid shelf right now.
Forget the siphons. You know that survivor they pulled from the freighter? One of the miners said they served with her on Malachor 5.
Malachor 5? So she's one of the survivors. Or worse, the Mandalorian. So what?
Not a survivor, idiot. She's one of the Jedi from Malachor 5.
If she's one of the Jedi, hell, we can't have her walking around here. She'll... Well, I don't know what she'll do.
I thought all the Jedi were wiped out in the Civil War, weren't they?
Guess they missed one. But it gets better. I did some checking, and that bounty on Nashta is still alive.
Well, you want to sell the Jedi to the exchange? Corda, have you been chewing spice?
Look, you know how big that bounty is? That Jedi's our ticket off this rock.
Corda, there's no way the officers will go for that. They'll lock us up for sure.
Then we'll improvise.
É um negócio meio estranho, né? Como eu disse, eu acho que a definição boa é que parece um mármore em algumas peças, né? Mas vamos pelo começo aqui, né? Peça de metal de plástico. O plástico é o véu, a parte aqui da frente do peitoral, as partes de baixo aqui do saiote, tá? Essas partes de baixo aqui, tudo de plástico. A parte que vende o cinto é de plástico. Os protetores de punho é de plástico. O resto é de metal, né? A montagem é excelente. E aquilo, né? É um resumo do que o Revival é. Tá? A diferença aqui é a coloração, e a gente vai falar agora sobre isso. Primeiramente, tá? Realmente parece mais com anime. Se você tiver esse item aqui e não a versão prata, mano, vai estar bem representado. Tá? Eu acho que se você quiser só um C e ir nele, você vai estar bem representado, porque é realmente uma cor bonita. A qualidade é meio estranho se você pegar e olhar muito de perto, cara. Tem uns detalhezinhos que é, sei lá, estranho. A parte da ombreira, essa daqui, eu tinha colocado do lado errado. Mas essa daqui tá menos perolada que essa daqui. Não sei se vocês conseguem ver. Tá vendo? Agora tá do lado certo, né? Tinha colocado essa aqui do outro lado. Mas enfim, vocês conseguem ver a diferença aí, né? Então, esses detalhes assim, deixa a gente meio que frustrado, né? Porque a gente tá comprando esse item aqui pela cor, pela coloração, pela pintura nova. Então, tem falhas com as partes da peixe, eu já vi fotos até pior na internet, tá? A qualidade da pintura poderia ser melhor, tá? E na verdade a cor, eu achei até que ia ser melhor. Eu achei que ia ser um tom mais perolado, mais brilhante. Eu achei ainda muito roxo, tá? Vamos continuar, galera. Bom, por aqui só tem que tirar a foto da...
Picking up some strange readings. What are you doing down there? The containment fields in the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through the tunnels. I may be able to keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot real soon.
Isso é bom. Às 6.
Greetings. It is a pleasure to see you alive, Master, provided my receptors are not off focus. How may I be of assistance? Answer. I am a survivor of the Harbinger, just as you were, Master. With the unexpected termination of my previous Master, you are the only organic which I may now serve. Answer. The captain of the Harbinger, Master. I was in transit to Telos to facilitate communications and terminate hostilities. However, we did not arrive at our intended destination. Irritated answer. Oh, Master, it is such a long, dull story, and not terribly relevant to our current situation. Hesitant explanation. That has been the subject of considerable discussion since our arrival here, Master. Many have attempted to claim you and this unit as salvage. I was crudely interrogated concerning our brief history together on board the Harbinger, before its communications, weapons, and engines suffered the cascade failure that disabled the ship. Speculation. It is possible you were incapacitated and locked in the well-shielded cargo compartment as the Harbinger was being systematically crippled, Master. Recitation. Following the unusual set of coincidences that led to the cascade failure in the Harbinger's systems, we were boarded by a small freighter with unknown ID codes. It appeared that this freighter had been attacked, and the captain wanted to study it. This freighter appeared to be still spaceworthy. Your cargo compartment was breached, and you were taken on board the freighter shortly before the Harbinger systems began to go critical. I, too, managed to board the freighter before the Harbinger's destruction. We were most fortunate to have survived, Master. Evaluation. Master, I do not know. Judging from the damage, it had been attacked by a much larger vessel. And when it attempted to escape the Harbinger with you on board, it was fired on again. Addendum. It does seem odd that such a small vessel has a high probability of attracting the attention of much larger vessels. Not a welcome trait in a freighter, to be sure. Explanation. I believe it was a smuggler's vessel by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Speculation. As to its purpose, I do not know. Perhaps it was always its intention to play dead, then kidnap you off the Harbinger and rob me of my bounty. Clarification. By bounty, I refer to your life, Master. It would pain me to see you damaged in any way. That is why the arrival of this Ebon Hawk caused me considerable distress. Apology. My memory core cannot provide a clear answer on that point, Master. Suffice to say that once we arrived at this floating rock, our situation became much clearer. Explanation. Despite my market value, Master, the miners were far more interested in you. It did not take long for me to ascertain the reason for this. While an HK protocol droid is a valuable piece of property, Jedi are worth much more in certain exclusive markets across the galaxy. Painful admission. I must confess to feelings of inferiority at the speculated difference between my value and the price for your capture. I was forced to remind myself it was not due to a failing of my model or function, but because you were a Jedi.
I don't understand. A person like you, why do you collect? You seem to complain about everything. You know, nothing is never good enough to your standards. You're always complaining about prices, distribution, and order online. Okay, I order online and the shit is sold out. What are we talking about? You know, the thing is, you gotta understand why I'm collecting different. Man, I'm not collecting, trying to fill a hole that's missing somewhere in my soul or my spirit. No, I collect because it's fun. You know, anything that you do that you love is also going to be something that makes you upset.
In the medical bay.
It's not going to always be, you know, just hunky-dory and peachy cream. Man, you know, you're going to get out there and get frustrated. You know, I get frustrated when I go to Ross sometimes. I get frustrated when I go to Target or Walmart sometimes.
3 standard hours after the division between the miners became apparent,
I get frustrated at these places because they don't have the stuff that I'm looking for. You know, sometimes you drive a long way to actually find stuff and they don't have it. One thing about this collecting thing, it's like, it's a thing you do out of fun. It's nostalgia. It's something that you do because you're interested. It's not because, you know, you're trying to do all this random stuff and you're trying to be the cool kid. You know, my thing is this community.
Many miners began to join you in the medical bay as a cascade of flawlessly timed detonations occurred in isolated gas pockets in the lower levels of the facility. The explosions herded the miners into emergency sections of the station, quickly and efficiently cutting them off from communications and facility control. But sadly enough,
it'll look a whole lot better,
ventilation
right?
systems.
But see, with these posing figures, you know,
You see,
in a really, really good way,
had
and I get what
damaged
people
specific
say.
sections of this facility's ventilation systems, causing a slow, lethal buildup of toxic fumes in the dormitory level.
Here, man. Not as least as I again. You know,
I do not know, Master.
space.
Ironically
Man, you know what?
enough,
I'm gonna complain
any
about
miner that
something.
fled
You
to
know,
the
I found
dormitory
space.
level
I
to
put some
protect
shit in
themselves from the droids and the
organized stuff, like I
explosions
say, man.
would find
It's how it is.
themselves in a
You're gonna find what it
gas-filled
is or
death
understand
trap.
what it is that you want to do. But people make it seem like you're supposed to fit a
It is
mold,
unlikely any
or you're
miners
supposed to
remain
know what
alive.
it is that
As I
you know
said,
you should be
the
doing right
dormitory
now. I
has
don't
been
know
cut
what it
off
is
from
that
the
I
rest
want
of
to
the
do, man. I
facility,
don't know what
as
tomorrow
has
may
the
bring.
hangar
Shit,
bay.
you know, I
There
say
is
live
no
your best
escape.
life while you can. Everybody talk about, well, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. You don't know if
Apologies.
you promised tomorrow. You don't even know if your
Unfortunately,
ass gonna wake up in the morning.
communication with the
You don't know
dormitory
it.
section is
This is
severed,
why I say,
Master.
man, do
It
not
is
slack.
perhaps for the best,
You know, I
especially
understand they're going to
if
pay
any
just
other
full price for
accidents had
I said,
occurred
I
in
don't
that
want to pay,
section. If
you
that
know,
were the
full price
case,
for
the
anything. I
severed
don't.
comm link
But I know
would
it's
have
still be some
spared us
stuff
the
that I have to pay.
satisfaction of hearing the miners'
See,
screams
knowing and going
as they
in like
lived
that,
out
that's
their
one
last
thing. But saying, hey,
moments
look, I
in
don't want to pay
fear
full price for
and
everything,
terror.
that's a whole nother thing. Because at the end of the day, this shit is expensive. It's not cheap.
You
Now, I understand
could
people say,
walk
man, you make it
across
seem
the
like
surface of the
$25,
asteroid to the
30 or 40.
dormitory airlock,
Hey, just
but
buy
such
hot
a
toys.
route would be extremely
Man,
hazardous.
see, if you
And I
collected
do
hot
not
toys,
wish
you
to see you
understand.
damaged.
You just complain. No, dude, if you know damn well buying anything that costs between $500
Warning,
and $1,000,
Master. Continued exploration of this facility may place you in unnecessary danger. I encourage you to return to the medical bay and wait for retrieval from a vessel that is no doubt on the way, even as we continue this pointless
hell, if these are
conversation.
expensive and I got a whole shelf full of this bullshit, it's another thing. Quality over quantity, but sometimes some of this stuff that you're spending a lot of money on is not quality.
But there is
see, that's the
very little
thing.
that I can do. You see, the
Quality
airlock
depends
is
on the
sealed by a
individual.
code.
It don't depend on the group. It depends on the individual. If I feel what I'm buying is
Correction. Oh, I already possess the code,
Legends
Master,
compared to
but
Hot
I am
Toys,
afraid that
that's
it
a
will
no-brainer.
do
Hot
you
Toys win
no
overall.
good.
But Hot Toys cost way more than Marvel Legends.
Condescending explanation.
You know,
Master,
while Marvel Legends
the
during
console
Christmas
governing
time
the
and,
droid
you know, all of that
maintenance
at Ross
area
and all
and
of
the
these particular
airlock
toys
is
about $5 or $6 a piece.
amusing.
Think
In
about
the
how many
last
you can
days of
get
his
for the
life,
price,
the
you know, of
maintenance
one hot
officer
toy,
was
man.
quite
It's just like,
careful about voice
for the price
protocols,
of one of these
bordering on
figures, and I got
paranoid
them,
obsession.
you know, for less than what they were.
I
Think about it.
suspect once he realized something was wrong in the facility, he voice locked the droid bay functions. A prudent measure, but in the end, he met the same fate as the rest of the organics.
You're going to rethink that shit. You're going to rethink the whole concept of collecting, man. You're going to just say, hey, I can wait on some of this stuff. And some stuff you can wait on, and some stuff you just can't. Some stuff you're not going to be able to drop that.
Condescending explanation. Oh, yes, Master. The code is maintenance control voice print ID R1B5. But unless the maintenance officer speaks the code, it is useless.
How much I'm budgeting, you know, to get what I want. You know, like I said, man, if you can't stand some of the stuff that you want, this is why I say try new toy lines. You know, I hear a lot of people swear about Motu Origins and all that, and it's hard to get, and it's this and that.
Answer,
that's your
Master,
thing.
you cannot.
You're willing to
You are trapped here just as I am. There is nothing to do except patiently wait for whatever the future has in
you know, I may
store
not
for
find
us.
anything in these particular lines back here anymore, or right here, so I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna look around and see what else I got up here, and see what I can find, man. You know, in each line, there's something that you don't have, and something that's not super duper expensive that you want. There will be a great line. A lot of times we don't understand. You know, a lot of times we don't see the overall picture. There's a bigger picture here. Right? We think that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Everything is to, you know, actually be this particular way. Man, you don't owe nobody shit when you collect them. Man, you don't owe nobody explanations on your money or anything. The reason why I talk and discuss what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, because I have this channel. You know,